My name is James Williams Jr. and this is Kung Fu Habit number 2. First, let's say a prayer for the loss of life yesterday down in Florida. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For you are the way, the Holy Spirit, and the light. Totally screwed that up. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Sorry, it's been a while since I said the Lord's Prayer. I think that this is an issue that must be addressed because the school shootings in America since Columbine, since Blackbird, I can't really speak of Columbine as well because when I was younger, I was in the Columbine age group when that guy went off. But Columbine, the two kids were swore they were bullied because they were goth and all kinds of other stuff. But Blacksburg was an unexpected thing when the young Korean man decided he wanted to go and shoot people up. You know, Blacksburg has two incidences actually because another young Korean man or Asian man cut off his girlfriend's head at the food court, and that didn't make as big of a stink as the guy using bullets. But it wasn't too far after the guy to use bullets where the shit happened again. And where it happened before, one of the two, I'm not sure. I don't have the facts on it. But you people, you young people, they have hotlines, suicide lines. I wouldn't say they have a stress line, but they do have people that you can talk to. They have counselors in schools for a fucking reason. When you're feeling this bad off that you have to go to school and just start massacring people, and there's no other way I can put that. You know, you start like a mass massacring of people for no apparent reason other than you might have some mental diseases or you may have been bullied in school. And, you know, a lot of people don't dig into the guts of why people do that. So I'm about to dig into the guts of why people do that. I myself was a victim of high school bullying. In fact, my bullying started in grade school. And most of the bullies never changed. From grade school to middle school to high school. And the thing is that a lot of us turn a blind eye to it. A lot of us don't do anything. A lot of us don't say anything. And in my case, when I finally just had enough, you know, I'll be the first to tell you, I bought my nunchucks to school. And I was fixing to do some damage. I got tired of being chewed out and picked on because of my size or my color, or my inability to score with girls. Where most guys was having sex just because they were on the team, and girls wanted that jacket and all kinds of other shit. Things have changed since then, I'm sure. I'm sure girls aren't just the one to pussy out to people just because they want to have somebody's damn jacket or because the guy's exceptionally popular. But at the same place and time, you have to flip the script on why do these things happen. I'm going to tell you one, why these things happen. You see my room? You see the whole room? You can see everything in the room. You see the camera right there. The only thing you don't see is Days of Our Lives, which is on. It's about to go off in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The thing you don't see is the TV, stuffed animals, and the honorable mentionable things, you know, no one really looks at when they go into someone's room. Yes, my room is quite junky, but it's organized. When you know you're being watched, you behave. And I think that if camera companies gave schools and stuff a discount and installed security cameras in every room, in 2 corners of the room, one in that corner and one in that corner, that way you can't miss the room, people would behave. But also if there was a no tolerance policy for school bullying. No. And you know, the thing with that is that nothing gets done to school bullies. You suspend them. You give them in-school suspension. You expel them, which this guy was in Florida, and he came back with a vengeance. It wasn't like he had anything better to do. He went and got guns and ammo and things like that. And the first thing people want to do, because my stepfather was mentioning this earlier, so I'm going to hashtag off of his ride, because I wasn't trying to be on this convo. First thing everybody does is they blame the guy that sold the gun. Well, in most states, you can sell anybody a gun as long as you do a background check. Now, you don't have to do a psychological evaluation of a person that you're selling a gun to. That's against your constitutional rights, technically. No one's really going to submit to it, especially someone who's psycho. But then again, a psychotic person can pass a psychological test. Because if you don't have a conscience, as I've learned in my ethics class today, and every other day that I've been there, that if you don't have a conscience, you don't know that you're wrong, or you don't believe that you're wrong, you're gonna be able to pass lie detectors and stuff like that. And for me, I've always said that truth is a point of view, and if I believe it's true, then it's most likely true. However, that's not exactly the case. There are three sides to every coin, because there's your side, there's my side, and there's the actual event. I would like to say it was God's side, but I don't know if you're an atheist or if you're a religious person watching me right now. But I will say that, for me, it's three sides to the truth. It's your side, it's my side, it's God's side. Days just went off. My alarm clock's going to go off in a few minutes. Or a few seconds. It'll be 2 o'clock. I think it'll be Airwolf. We'll know when it starts. But I'm sitting here and I'm reflecting. Yes, I'm pulling dead skin off my lip. If we all take the time to observe our fellow students, I'm not saying judge them. I'm saying observe them. I ain't saying get them in a staring contest. I'm saying observe how they act on an everyday basis. I am a cusser. There's nothing that I sugarcoat about that. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm working on it. I'm failing at it greatly, but I'm a cusser. And the thing is that, they're talking about security drills now. But in all honesty, this damn dead skin's getting on my nerve. Sorry. In all honesty, if we don't get to know our fellow students, I ain't saying make them your friend, because you may not want them to be your friend. They could just be unstable people, which I'm sure everybody in my schools thought that I was clearly unstable. Yes, I washed my hands with rubbing alcohol after playing with things in my mouth. That didn't come out right. But anyway. You have to understand that once you get to know somebody, perspective change. And a lot of people don't want to go with perspective change because no one believes in perspective change. But if you have perspective change, then you don't have to worry about everything else. The problem with that is a lot of people only want to see things one-sided. And that's how we get into these messes to begin with. This young man who went to school and decided that he wanted to go off and go off and kill, massacre, seek and destroy these people at his school that he was no longer a student at. He lost his mom. I lost my dad. But not once in losing my dad have I taken out my anger and my rage on innocent people. So we don't know why he did it. And I'm sure they're going to ask him lots of questions. And I'm going to end this with that. We can't blame the people who sell people the rifles because they follow the laws, not just of the NRA, but of the state, And until we have stricter gun control laws, because the Brady Bill is a 7-day wait, which gives you 7 days to cool off or 7 days to come up with a more deviant plan, it's basically 7 days for you to change your mind. And if you change your mind, good. And if you don't change your mind, well, then the rest of us have to suffer. Then they had talked about the bump stocks for the Las Vegas thing. We as people have to figure this out to a degree where it's not going to be as bad as it was yesterday. So once we get gun control laws in control, or once we start talking about it, yeah, people are mourning. But we need to get a jump on this shit. And we need to get a jump on it right now. Because the longer it takes, it'll just be swept under a rug again. I'm James Williams Sr., Comfort Advocate number 2, BC and U.